Does anybody else just get pennies from heaven stuck in their head sometimes? No? Probably just me. Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. So today, I am in a very Christmassy mood. No reason. My sister's downstairs making gingerbread cookies. She's got pennies from heaven blasting. It's a good time. So I really felt like today is the day we're gonna do a holiday Christmas look and just kind of like a chit chat, another chit chat, even though that's basically all I ever do. But this one's Christmas themed, so that's different. And we're just gonna get started. I'm gonna put my hair back because we all know, if you've been here since the beginning, we all know how these clips work out. I'm gonna put them in for aesthetic reasons, but my hair is in a pony. That feels secure. Why does that feel secure? Are you kidding me? Wait a minute. No, that one's not as secure. This is, I'm just gonna put them in, who knows? All right, so first, we're gonna go in with my favorite primer. I have to open a new one because, oh, geez, everything's falling. Because that's how much I love this one. Oh, I'm gonna have to fix this the whole time. Okay. And this is, again, the Ole Henriksen Banana Primer because it's my favorite. Oh, I have a Band-Aid on my finger right now, so I don't wanna like, ew, it's gross. Gross. I closed my finger in a door and it just hurts, so it like feels secure with my nail to have a Band-Aid on. You don't care. You don't care. So I'm just gonna use one hand to get this all over my face. I'm very red today. Interesting. Am I gonna color correct? No, probably not. Right, yeah. So since this is a Christmas inspired makeup look, again, I don't really do crazy things. I just like to make sure I have a really nice looking complexion, which is what the products I have do most of the time. As long as my face looks nice, my eyes are like a whole different territory. Like, oh, and I forgot to wet my sponge again. Oh my God. I'm glad we're being professional. No, I don't feel like it. I'm just gonna use a brush. So again, like my first video, I am gonna use the Ilia Serum Drops Super Serum Skin Tint with SPF 40, which we love always, even though it's snowing today. So don't really need that much SPF, but we're just gonna pretend like it's summer and the sun is out and Corona's gone, and we're just gonna pretend for a little bit. So if you want to pretend with me, please do. You know what I really want you to do? You're not gonna do this, so it's fine. Like if anyone wants to like grab a hot chocolate and watch with me, because like, okay, what I'm drinking, yes, it's in a Christmas cup, the Starbucks one from this year. I drink water out of this. So if you guys like want to grab a hot chocolate, turn on the fireplace, put on Christmas music, which I wish I could do, but else I'll get copyrighted, like, just be a vibe with me. And if you don't celebrate Christmas, this is just gonna be a cute little sparkly makeup look today. And just ignore everything that I'm saying about Christmas. I love Christmas though, because I have a really big family on my mom's side. My dad's side's a bit smaller, so I see them more often. But my mom's side is huge. So I really only see them like at Christmas and Thanksgiving. Except, I mean, this year, obviously we're not, because it's way too many people. Like normally, because we do Christmas Eve with my mom's side. So normally we have to like rent out a hall. Like the past few years, like it's been getting to be too much for some of my aunts to host. So we've been renting out these halls and having it there. Then no one has to worry about it. It's like the waiters like take care of everything and things are cooked, and like no one has to worry about cleaning up because like members of my family are getting older. So like it's just easier. But when we are all there, and we're not always all there, normally I think we average around 45, I want to say, on a normal year. But for example, like the year that we knew it was going to be my grandfather's last Christmas, everyone was there because, you know, everyone knew it was going to be his last. So I want to say we got up to like 70 people for Christmas Eve, which is nice because it's like nice to see everybody, but unfortunate circumstances, I guess. But it's always so much fun. We have, used to be my grandpa, he would dress up as Santa for all like the younger kids. And we would all sing Jingle Bells as Santa came in, and all the little kids like got to get a present from Santa. It was just a really nice experience. And then after my grandfather passed, my cousin took over, and he just does like a great job. Like, he's so good at it. And I don't know, he's like good with kids. He has that energy that everybody just loves. And I don't know, he's just like really good at taking over for my grandpa. So like, it really makes me happy to see him do that, because like I love my cousin so much, and then like he like took over for my grandpa. I don't know, it's just like a really nice feeling, especially like Christmas time and everything. It's a really nice way to remember my grandpa. Now if I can find it, I'm gonna do concealer. Tarte Shape Tape, same old, same old. This year it's just gonna be like my immediate family, mom, dad, sister. When it's normally like so much more. So it's different, but you do what you gotta do to keep everybody safe. Like I said, we have a lot of older people in my family, and we don't wanna risk anything. It's not worth people getting sick. As much as I wanna see them, it's not worth it. It's not. Because I've already had a family member that was sick from the virus, and it's just like, it's so scary. So it's not worth like seeing each other. I mean, that sounds bad, but you just gotta do what you gotta do. Like for Christmas Day, I'm with my dad's side, so we're a much smaller group, but I think we're still not gonna see each other. Like on my dad's side, I think we're only 17. So it is a lot smaller, but like we're still not gonna risk it. Cause again, like the older people and like some of my cousins work, and like it's just not worth anybody like getting sick. But I do just really love the holidays. Like I'm a big sucker for like just sitting in the family room with pajamas on, with a hot chocolate, with the fireplace, watching a Christmas movie. Like, it sounds so cliche, but I'm the biggest sucker for that stuff. Like, I really love it. So most of my base is going to be very similar. So maybe I'll skip through some of this. Like, my base is going to be the same thing that I did for my first video, my Just Get Ready With Me. So maybe I'll skip some of it, but now I'm going to do powder, the Charlotte Tilbury powder. I love seeing my family though for Christmas, but if like you're anyone in my family, hi. But for some reason on my mom's side, I get incredibly shy and like don't talk that much for some reason. I don't know why, because I'm really not like that. Like on my dad's side, you can't get me to shut up. But my mom's side, there's just so many of them, and I'm actually a little intimidated. But like they probably think, oh my god, like this girl does not talk. But I'm like, no, I don't know why, I just get shy. Like some of my cousins, like I don't know, and this is so dumb, but they're really pretty. And then I just like feel, I don't know, like they're just really pretty, and I get like intimidated. I don't know why. But if you, hey, if you're from my mom's side, hi. Sorry, I don't know why. Sorry, people are screaming downstairs. If you're from my mom's side, hi. I don't know why I'm shy. Please ignore it. I'll try and be better. People are like screaming. I hope you can't hear it. Not like bad screaming, just like being loud. That's another thing. My entire family, like both my mom and dad's side, we are Italian, so everything is loud. Like I thought my parents were screaming for a second, and then I listened to them, I'm like, oh, they're just talking. That's just how they talk. That's another thing, like this is gonna sound so stupid, but I feel like unless you're like this, you won't understand. But I love being Italian. It's like a personality trait at this point. Like I absolutely love the cultures, the traditions. Like my family, again, is just big and loud and fun and like always a great time. Like being Italian is a huge part of the holidays for us. Like we try and incorporate like all the Italian foods and traditions like into the entire month of December. So basically like I feel more Italian in December than any other month, if that makes sense in the slightest. Probably not. but it makes sense to me. And if you're Italian, you might understand that too. Because I don't think I'm explaining it well at all. But, like, I feel more Italian in December. Someone please explain that, because I can't. I don't know how to explain it. Okay, we are almost done with the face. So I can almost start focusing on my eyes, which is the holiday part of this. First, I'm just gonna comb through my brows like normal. I don't do anything to my brows because like they are very thick and they're very present. So I just take like a little brow gel. And this is actually like the thicker brow gel from Anastasia Beverly Hills. This is the pomade brow gel. So it's a tad thicker than like just normal brow gel. But like I don't do anything. I just brush through it like that. So let's see. I haven't quite decided what I'm going to do. Again, not prepared. I like to wing it sometimes. Like I'm a planner and I stress out a lot if things like aren't in order. But like when it comes to this, I'm just gonna wing it, I think. So I'm definitely gonna stick with my Jaclyn Hill palettes because those are just my favorite ones. This is the first Jaclyn palette. As you can see, it's like dirty because it's a couple years old and I use it a lot, like a lot. So it's so dirty. I hit pan on one of them. So this is the first Jaclyn Hill palette. Very neutral, a lot of cool tones. I rarely touch this bottom row, and like these two right here, rarely touch them. All the other ones I do use. And then this is this volume 2, a lot cleaner, as you can see, because it's a tad newer. I think I got it when it came out. Did it come out this year? I think it came out this year. And this is the other one. A bit more bright, like the pinks and corals and the yellow, a bit more bright. So I think I'm gonna try and use this one mostly. But I'll let you know what shades I use as I go through them. So first I'm gonna start with like a transition shade. So I'm just gonna take, and again, all my brushes are Morphe. So I'm just gonna take a fluffy blending brush. This is the M441. And I think I'm gonna go in with the shade Perfectionist in the volume 2 palette. It's a very neutral transition shade. So let's see. Yeah, I'm gonna start with that because it is a tad, it has undertones of like peachy and oranges, and I'm just swiping back and forth with windshield wiper motions and circular motions on my lid. And I'm gonna bring this up a little bit, but not too much, because I usually go crazy with shadows, but I tend to bring them up too high, but I'm gonna try not to do that this time. So I'm just gonna blend that out. This is gonna be like our top shade. Like this is gonna be the shade that we can see the highest. Okay. And I'm just gonna do that on both eyes. I know people like to do one eye at a time, but I don't, because then like if I'm feeling adventurous and I'm like, oh, let me dip in this and that and mix, I forget what I used. So I'm gonna do both eyes at the same time. And this is still that shade Perfectionist. Okay, now I'm gonna deepen the crease a little bit. So I'm gonna take a similar toned shade, but just like a little darker. So I think I'm gonna go in with the shade Grateful in the volume 2 palette. And this is a different brush. You don't have to use different brushes. Like this is still a blending brush. This is the JH31, but it's still just a fluffy, and tap off the excess, still just a fluffy blending brush, but I'm gonna keep this shade lower on my eye. Like I'm not gonna go as far up as I did with the first shade. So I'm gonna keep that in the crease, drag it all the way into the inner corner. We do usually like to keep our darker shades on the outer corner, but this is not the darkest shade that I'm gonna use, so we can bring that in a little bit. And I'm just gonna brush it all over the lid because we're gonna cover it anyway, so it doesn't really matter. The lid shade is gonna be very different. Just gonna deepen that a little bit, and I'm gonna do the same thing on the other side. Okay, now I'm gonna take another different brush. This is the JH35. It's a bit, still fluffy, but it's just a bit more, it's smaller than the other two brushes because now we're gonna keep it, the color more concentrated to the outer corner. I'm gonna go into the volume 2 palette in the shade Next, and this is gonna be a very like a very deep cranberry color. Like, oh, that looks very light on camera, but it's deep in person, so we're gonna try it. And I'm just gonna keep this in the outer corner. And I'm gonna bring it like halfway across my lid. See, this is as adventurous as I get. Like, I didn't know if these browns and this red shade was gonna go, but I kind of like it. Yeah, I'm just gonna blend this up the tiniest bit to make it really blend with those two transition shades that we used. And again, just gonna bring this halfway across the lid. You can never overblend. If you don't think it's blended enough, that's fine, keep going. If you think it's blended, don't stop, keep going. It's not, because it's not blended. So you can never overblend, I think. All right, this is a little lighter than I thought, so I'm gonna take the same brush and I'm gonna go a shade darker. And this shade is called Crazy in the same palette. Yeah. So there's a lot on the brush, so I'm gonna dab it on both sides and then blend. I think I figured out in my head what direction I'm gonna go in. I know exactly the color I'm gonna put on the lid because I think it'll go really nice with these cranberry shades. And then I'm gonna grab the first brush that I used and like wipe it off on my arm, make sure it has no excess pigment on it. And I'm just gonna use this to blend up here, just to make sure all the shadows are blended together and that we have no harsh lines. That should be in everybody's vocabulary if you do makeup. No harsh lines. Okay, remember that. Oh my God, this is so cute in the mirror. Ooh, I'm excited. I wish you guys could see it as good, but I'll show you. Okay, so for now, we're gonna step away from the palettes a little bit. We're gonna go in with this single foiled shadow. This is from Touch in Soul in the shade Cream Peach. These foiled shadows, I've only ever used one shade, and it's like, oh, I'm so mad because it's broken and crumbly, but it's beautiful. It is so pretty. It's one of my favorite like shimmer shades. Like the shimmers in the Jaclyn palettes are good. I'm mad though because I kind of messed one up by like wetting my brush and then putting it in the pan, and like it got kind of funny because when you wet your brush for a shimmer shade, it should make it more powerful. It'll pop better. All it did for me was ruin the the shade in the palette, which I'm really upset about. But this foil is beautiful, and I think this is going to be the perfect color for the cranberry shades. Like, can you see that? Like, I only put a little bit so far, and look how sparkly. Oh my God. This product does tend to have some fallout, so I would recommend putting like baking your face, like putting all powder under your eyes and leaving it there while you do this. But I'm just not going to because I don't feel like it. But if you're really worried about fallout, that's something you can do, because then once you're done with your eyeshadow, you just wipe the powder away and any fallout you had will go away with the powder. So I'm gonna bring this shimmer shade to where we brought the cranberry shade. Like I said, we brought it halfway. Now this shimmer is gonna be on the other half of our eye, but we're gonna wanna like blend it out a touch. So I'm gonna go back and forth with the brush that I used, the cranberry shades, and just blend out the shimmer, and like go back with the shimmer brush and blend that back and forth until I like how it comes. I'm gonna add a little more on top just to like, oh my God, wow. Just to really make it pop. Oh, we're having some fallout. I should have taken my own advice. Oh my God, wait. Oh God. Please don't stain my face. Please don't stain. Okay. All right, and a little glitter on the face never hurt anybody, right? I'm gonna bring that down to my inner corner because I put too much on. Can you see it? See how glittery it is? It's so pretty. And I'm gonna do the same thing on the other side. Okay, so I accidentally brought this side a little further, like the glitter a little further this way. So I'm just gonna even it out on this side because I accidentally took it a little far. And we just want to be symmetrical. Oh my god, I can hear my sister's Christmas music. I wish I could play Christmas music while I did this, but we don't like being copyrighted. Okay. So now, oh my god, if I can find the brush. Okay, so now we're gonna go back into the palettes and we're gonna go into the shade Grateful. That was our second transition shade that we used, and we're gonna brush that along the bottom lash line. And then with the same brush, I'm gonna go in with the shade Perfectionist, which is the first shade that we used, and I'm gonna do the exact same thing. I'm just gonna go over it just because it's a tad lighter shade and blend everything out on the bottom and bring it up around to the rest of the color and bring it up here just so everything's blended. I think I'm gonna add a little white eyeliner in my waterline and do my mascara, and then I will be right back. Okay, now that the eyeliner and lashes are on, I'm gonna go in with highlighter, and I'm gonna do something different today. So I'm gonna use the Jaclyn Hill single highlighter in the shade Extra, because this is very, very light. Like, this is a white highlighter. I'm gonna do that in my inner corner and brow bone to really make things pop, because normally I'll mix this with a slightly darker shade because this is a little light for me, but because it's like holiday and bright and all that, I'm gonna just go in with this color. Wow. Oh my gosh. Wow. She like honestly killed it with these highlighters. Like, yeah, she had trouble with her lipsticks, but she really came in strong with these highlighters. Like, they are really good. Oh my god. Oh my god. That's crazy. Wait a second. I don't even have to say anything. I don't even have to, right? I shouldn't have to say anything. It speaks for itself. That's so crazy. So for my face highlighter, I am going to use a different shade. I'm going to use the Kylie loose highlight in the shade Santorini, and I'm really sad because I don't think they make this anymore, because my friend saw it on me and absolutely loved it. She went to go buy it and like she couldn't find it. Like, they don't make it anymore, because a little bit of this literally goes such a long way. Like, I got this like maybe a few years ago now. I got this a while ago and it's still full, and I do use it like all the time. I use it all the time and it's still full. Like, it's actually so good. And right now, everything I just put on my face, it's only from like the residue on the cap. Not residue, but just like the excess on the cap. I didn't even have to go into the product. Like, that's just from the cap. So when I say this lasts a long time and a little bit goes a long way, it really does. This is all from the cap. To me, that's insane. You could say what you want about Kylie. She made really good loose highlighters. For lip, I'm gonna line my lips with the Morphe lip liner in the shade Love Bite. This lip liner I think is so like universal. Like, I could use it for any kind of look. This color, I mean, like, I use it with a nude lip, I use it with a color lip, because it does have like these red undertones in this. Oh, I need to sharpen it. For lipstick, I'm gonna go in with a MAC lipstick in the shade Half and Half. It's a very similar color to the lip liner, just a little lighter. I love MAC lipsticks. Like, they look really nice, but they don't stay throughout the day, which I don't really like. Okay, and then for lip gloss, I'm gonna go in with the Kylie lip gloss in shade So Cute. Even though this is like a holiday look, I still like to go with a nude lip. I think a nude lip will work for everything. It'll never go out of style. Spraying with Charlotte Tilbury. It just looks good for any occasion. Wow, okay. I really like this cranberry pink gold moment. This is cute. I like this. I've never done like a pink and gold. I usually do like browns and nudes. I need to do more pinks because I really like this. Okay, and this is my finished holiday look. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I just wanted to say thank you for everyone who's reached out to me so far, like through messages and DMs. I really appreciate all your support. Thank you so much for watching and subscribing. So please like and subscribe if you haven't already. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Thank you so much again. I appreciate all of you. Bye.